Hello everyone, Brandon Montemayor here with Montemayor Associates, your #1 real estate resource. So we like to take our experience, things that we see over and over again in our day-to-day operations and what families are going through when buying and selling a home, and bring them to you so that as you walk through that same process, you have a little bit or some resources here to maybe make the process a little bit easier. So today we're going to talk about the 5 things you should be looking for and feeling when buying the right home to make sure it's the right home for you. So let's jump right in. All right, so let's start with #1 of the 5 things you should be looking for to make sure this is the right home for you. #1 is, can you afford it? So one of the things we are very specific with when we meet with our clients is what their budget is. We run through a pre-approval process before we even go look at homes. So if we do find the right home, we make sure ahead of time that everything's in place, our ducks are in a row, and we're not looking at homes that aren't going to work with your budget, okay? So #1, can you afford it? #2, does it meet your must-haves? So that's another thing we lay out in our initial buyer consultation. What are the things we must have in a home? And we make sure you guys do not compromise on that. Now, in any home buying process, there's the needs and wants, and sometimes there's a fine line between those. But if there are must-have things that you and your family require, we make sure we keep those at the forefront of our search. So what are your must-haves? #3, is the property in the right area? Okay, so that's another thing that people can sometimes compromise on. And in that consultation, we figure out, is that area, again, is there specific reasons why you want to be in that area? Is it because of a commute? Is it for a specific school? And sometimes you might think an outside area is something you don't want, and we go take clients to it and they end up loving it, and it ends up fitting all of that criteria and ends up being the right spot for them. So identifying what area you want to be in, right? And then the next thing, is this property right for your future, and does it have potential? Okay, so we got to know if you're starting a family, a 1-bedroom or even 1-bedroom with loft, or even a 2-bedroom sometimes might not be the best investment. If you just started a new job, or you've been in a job for a while and you have regular raises, we take all of that into consideration to make sure you don't buy something today and then in a year from now say, oh man, I wish I would have bought something a little bit bigger or a little bit more. So we always got to know, is it right for your future, and look kind of downfield a bit to make sure it's the right purchase for you. And then finally, trust your gut, okay? So that's one of the main things, is when you walk into the house, a lot of times you know whether that's the right home for you. So trust your gut. So there you go. Those are the top 5 things you need to be looking for as a buyer, and we will walk you through all of those. So you need anything, you know where to find us, and have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.